everyone, and welcome back to another Will Cinematics video. Today I'm going to be going over WandaVision episode 6. It starts out with a wacky, 2000s theme song, and the show seems more focused on the twins. At the beginning, Vision and Wanda's dialogue is very off-putting and very whack and very strange. Vision clearly knows more than he's letting on. There's even a line where Wanda is like, no, that's not what you're supposed to do, when he leaves instead of joining the family for Halloween. Then we cut to the sword base falling apart. Not literally, but the boss guy kicks Rambo out and the scientist out as well. Then Rambo knocks out a bunch of sword guards, and then we cut back to WandaVision's world. And it's Billy and Tommy on Halloween. And they have tons of fun wrecking stuff super speed. And after that we see Vision walk by a house, and the owners are going through the same actions over and over again. We even see one of them cry while doing it. Then there's a claymation ad for yogurt. I'm not really sure what it means, as with the rest of these ads, I'm really bad at interpreting these. But I think it has something to do with Wanda using magic to survive the trauma she's faced, because it was this yo magic yogurt, and it was the best yogurt for survivors, which is weird. Anyways, then we see a convo between Wanda and Pietro, and he says that all he remembers is hearing her voice and showing up after he died. Then Tommy realizes he has super speed, which is weird because he'd used it multiple times, especially in this episode. And it's weird he just in the moment was I have super speed. Whoa, really strange. Anyways, we cut back to Rambo and her group, and when Darcy logs into the computer, we see that the force field is actually hexagon shaped, which is interesting. I've heard a lot of theories that the whole hexagon thing is related to the number 6 and therefore related to the devil, which is interesting, but I'm not really sure where I stand on that yet. So then back to the plot. So as Vision walks near the edge of Westview, we see people are frozen, probably due to the vast amount of power Wanda has to balance to keep everything from going wrong. So especially on the edges of this magical thing she's created, it's probably harder for her to control those people, and she's probably controlling people near her and near her twins and near Pietro and near Vision. Then Vision flies and finds Agnes in her car, and he wakes her up, and she seems very confused. What I've seen so far of the two wake up scenes we've gotten, so people are always very frazzled and very lost in the moment. They're what happened? Where am I? Why is there this voice in my head? And then she tells Vision that he's dead. She's why are you here? You should be dead. And then she starts laughing, and it kind of breaks a little bit. And then Vision sets her back as he goes past the perimeter, past the street that Wanda says not to cross to anyone. After that, we find out Rambo's getting changed after going through, which I think is leading to the popular theory that she will get powers. Then Darcy stays to find something else. Then Pietro again calls out Wanda, wondering why the neighborhood kids haven't been out before this episode, and why the kids aren't there. And he's oh, they're probably you probably put them to sleep in the other episodes because you didn't want them trauma to come out. And he asks her how she did all this, and she's still not sure how, which I think is very interesting. Then she turns back, she sees Pietro full of bullet holes, just how she saw dead Vision a couple episodes previous. Then we see Vision getting really close to the perimeter and charging. As Vision escapes Westview, he starts falling apart, and the static barrier really actually tears him apart slowly, and Hayward, that's the boss's name, I always forget it, doesn't do anything about it. He kind of just stands there. Then Billy, who seems to have multiple powers in a sense, they show him stopping his brother from speeding, and he also can hear Vision dying outside of the barrier and can sense it, which is really interesting. And I know Wiccan has a lot of really cool weird dimensional powers, so I'm wondering where they're gonna go with that. But he figures out that Vision is not okay, and he calls his mom. Then Wanda, in this really cool scene where the music dies down, the cutesy music from the comedy show dies down, and then she freezes everything and explodes magic outwards, red burst outwards, and it causes the hex to become bigger, and Darcy gets pulled in along with most of the base. And that's where it ends. We're definitely left with a lot of questions as usual. Overall, a great episode, probably the most captivating so far. Wanda's definitely way more powerful than we thought so far, and I'm still wondering exactly who and what is Pietro. Anyways, that's it for today. Please let me know what you think in the comments, and as always, remember to like and subscribe.